welcome to what is now part 5 of the tutorial for 1,000 Years, arranged by Sung Ho Jung, originally by Christina Perry. So I've taught you the intro, part 1, verse, part 2, the bridge in part 3, chorus in part 4. Now part 5 is the other bits, which is just the strumming and the end of the song and that. There's not a lot of this to teach you, but these are the other bits. Okay, so the middle 8, if you like, or something like that. So after what I've just taught you, first time he goes back into the chorus, sorry, the verse. Okay, so he repeats everything round, he goes back to the chorus, he just plays the chorus twice through the second time, and he comes out of this, plays this the second time. He comes into this. It continues like that. I won't go into great detail now, but so after he plays this the second time, which I taught you right at the end of part 4, it comes to this shape. So what you do here is you bar the 7th fret across the first 5 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, leaving the 6 open, because that's your bass note. And then you add the 8th fret on the 2nd string there, and the 9th fret on the 4th string there, okay? So you've got that shape. From here, and so what he does the second time, he adds the 10th fret there on the 2nd string, and then back to this 8th fret on the 2nd string, and then he adds the 8th fret on the 1st string, just to do 2 notes at the end. You could strum if you want, or just play it individually. I think he plays them individually, but it's easy to strum it, so we'll do it like this. If you see how I'm doing it there, I'm flattening out my my middle finger to play the 8th fret there on the 1st string. You could just move your finger up and play it like that. And then he comes back to this C shape that I taught you earlier. There's another variation like this time he plays this. Okay, so there's a little like melody sequence in there. So 3rd fret on the 5th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, with the 5th fret on the 1st string to begin, down to the 3rd fret, and then what you do now is you lift the index finger, mute the 4th string, and bring the index finger to the 2nd fret on the 1st. So the only strings that are ringing there are the first 3 and 5, 1, 2, 3 and 5, and he plays that sequence, and then back up to the 3rd. So all in all, the C shape should sound like this. To the D shape again, but this time we've got the 5th fret on the 1st string. Okay, we'll play that first, and then we slide up to this shape that we used in the intro, if you remember it. It's 5 frets up from the regular D shape. Okay, so that's the 7th fret on the the 1st and 3rd string, and the 8th fret on the 2nd string. What you do then, add the little finger to the 8th fret on the 1st string, and then add it to the 10th fret on the 1st string. So the whole sequence should sound like this. The whole time just strumming the first 4 strings, so it's okay. So the sequence from the C, to the kind of regular C shape, but with that 3rd fret on the 2nd string. You can see it there, so there's the regular shape there. We're adding the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Another little hammer on there to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then to an E minor shade. Up to the 3rd fret there on the 2nd string on its own, you only put the 4th and the 3rd string. And then to the D shape with that hammer on. So all in all we've got and then back into the bridge, which is the bridge between the verse and the chorus, if you can remember that A kind of shape. When you get to the D though, you play the D like that, and then back into the chorus. Okay, I've gone through a lot of shapes there. It might be a bit confusing for you if you don't understand the structure of it. You're best off probably going to listen to the song itself, and then just figure out these chords as I'm showing you now, and then go to the song itself and try and play along with it. So that was the best way to do. Or what I'll do now is I'll just play it through for you, and you can play along with me now. And hopefully you'll be able to get it. And if not, like I said, go and listen to this song. I'll teach you all the shapes, and then you'll be familiar with them anyway, so just you can learn it off the song. So the end of the 2nd time you go through the chorus, that's the whole sequence in its entirety. So just rewind that part of the video and play along with it if you haven't got that yet, and then back into the... Okay, so that's it for that main part of it, and what I'll do is I'll teach you the very end bit now, because the only other difference is the very end. Everything else is pretty standard from there. Okay, so when it comes out of the chorus, the next time you play something like this, I'll play it roughly now. End, that last chord there. So it's a pretty simple sequence, a variation of that C again to a variation on G. All you're doing is moving them two fingers up to one string with that little melody on the 1st string. So we're playing 1st string open for 2 kind of strummy patterns. Add the 2nd fret on the 1st, 3rd fret on the 1st, and then to the G shape. Again with that 3rd fret on the 2nd string still there, so the 2nd fret on the 5th and 3rd fret on the 6th. Again twice open on the 1st string. But this time you come to the 2nd fret on the 1st, 3rd, and then 5th in the same bar. So it's then back to the C. To play something weird like that, so it's 2 open, so it plays. Okay, get that in your head. first string, something like that. And then back to the G. Play that as normal, and then to this D shape. Okay, so it's D shape with the 5th fret on the 1st string, 3rd fret on the 1st string, 2nd, and it's 2, 1, 2 open, 2, and then 3. So it's and then it's back to the 5th, this sequence as we played just a short while ago. And then the very last, as again, you slow down during that bit, so it's and then to this very last shape. So all that is a regular D shape, but with the 3rd fret on the 6th string as the root note. So we put 3rd fret on the 6th string, open 4th, 2nd fret on the 3rd, 3rd fret on the 2nd, 2nd fret on the 1st. Like I said, it's a regular D shape, but with a G root note. Okay, and that's the last shape. So that's it for the tutorial for 1,000 years. I've taught you everything in this tutorial. There are a couple of little fiddly bits that variations or bits that you play slightly differently, but I wouldn't worry too much about them. If you want to go and learn them, check out the tabs. They should be there in the tabs, or just the best way to learn is to go and watch him yourself and try and figure it out. There are a couple of things there that you can kind of work on yourself. If you want to play it perfectly, you don't have to play it perfectly. It's just you're always aiming for your own interpretation of the song anyway. But don't worry about playing it perfectly like Sung Ho Jung. If you want to be a good guitarist, you're gonna have to learn to put your own spin on things anyway. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Again, thanks very much for watching and supporting and clicking the thumbs up button. I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys supporting the tutorials. So thanks very much for that, and sorry for the long speech at the end. I like to do this. It's kind of the thing what I do. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Remember to drop your requests to me at Facebook. There'll be a link for that in the description of this video. I always listen to the requests. That's why I did this song. It was the most requested at the time. And check out my other Sung Ho Jung tutorials as well at my website, goliathguitartutorials.com. I've done about 15 by now. There's plenty of Sung Ho Jung to get on with if you haven't seen them before. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next tutorial, and bye for now.